Because I'm guessing there's streamers who do it full time. Motto's getting nowhere for Neil doesn't own any large motor company. The biggest holder is Vanguard Group. Gotcha. There we go. Okay, so first floor pipes for the turbo fuel generators. All the piping is fixed up on the main floor and underneath it, so I'll do the next one as well.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Gotta upgrade all those. Okay, I'll bring up that link in a second. Current leaderboard for Pits in Diablo. Is that like a quest? Oh, look at this time stop runs. Okay, so I'm guessing this is running through a quest of some sort. So it's oh, I have it wrong. Up here. I constantly have to unplug monitors from my desktop to my work laptop, and they get switched around. Cords get switched around, and then that gets switched up on. Here's a speedrun end game dungeon. Oh, okay. Check out 25. Elon Musk. Ah. That is hilarious. So I'm guessing you need to be, like, this 150 is probably like a level. It's just tier 150. I'm guessing that's a level. So he's max level. I don't know. I feel like Ozone said before that it's not super hard to level up in Diablo, so it's not like a grind for several months, because I think the level resets after a season, I want to say. That's supposed to be actually Elon Musk. That is hilarious. That's hilarious. Try to see if we can click. I'm surprised there isn't some speedrunner who found a glitch where it's like you can do it in like 3 seconds. That seems to be how speedrunners do everything. So this looks like legit.
See you, Geronimo.
runs.
Have a good night.
See you, Geronimo.
I don't know.
China's all over this.
I'm gonna kind of call bullshit just simply on the fact that, you know, there's 72 Elon Musks on Twitter. Also, you know.
Yeah, it definitely could be an imposter. That's. Mono, just like you, I grind my way through Diablo in my downtime. He's like a real person.
I was in the middle of trying to kill a boss.
Ozone.
So, the pit is probably, I'm not too familiar with Diablo 4. I'm assuming it's going to be like the end game of Diablo 3. It's randomly generated areas, and then tier 150 is just the scaling of the enemies, health and damage and everything. So,
Okay.
150 might be the highest. Let me look at the...
Yeah, that's the highest on the chart there.
Okay. Yeah, so it's going to max out at 150, and then it's just going to be who can do it the fastest, which is just going to require grinding out your gear, because the levels are easy to get. Level resets at the end of seasons. If you make a seasonal character, you also have the Eternal Realm, and Eternal is the permanent run. Once your season is done, your seasonal characters become eternal characters, and all seasonal gear is transferred to the Eternal Realm for use by any eternal character.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how much grinding it actually takes at this point, because I don't have I'm currently working on getting an endgame character. I'm also not sure if that's seasonal or not.
Oh, okay.
If it's not seasonal, not as impressive, because you've had like a year and a half, if not more, to
Yeah, to build it up.
get there. Yeah.
SBK. Bring up the link. Elon Musk's top 20 Diablo 4 claim is as real as his self-driving cars. Musk called himself a world-class Diablo player in an interview on the Joe Rogan Experience, but is based on some incomplete accounting.
Wonder if that's how he made his millions. Based on incomplete accounting.
Go in the books.
That's kind of cool looking.
Okay. There are no official leaderboards for the pit. Helltides.com is not affiliated with Activision Blizzard. These rankings are based on screen-recorded runs submitted by the players themselves, and the number of submissions used to create this list, 881. To be fair, clearing the pit in 2 minutes 45 seconds is no mean feat. It shows that he knows what he's doing, or that he at least knows how to look up optimal builds for his class. But strains the hell out of... what else we got here? Okay, so they're basically saying, like, there's just not a ton of people actually submitting runs for this. So it's like there's 11,000 concurrent players, but only 800 or so runs were actually submitted to this website. So it's not like
when I heard top 20, I thought like it was like a global leaderboard of something of all players and all that, and I was like, that's insane. But it's just
So here's the counterpoint to that.
sure.
You may have 11,000 people playing. Not all of them are going to be running the pit at level 150.
True.
You may only have 811 submissions, but they may be the only 811 people who are doing tier 150 as well.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, I'll tell you right now, I'm currently a player. I can't run fucking the pit. Oh, motherfucker. I just went back to repair and forgot to.
So how much time would it take to like actually get a character good enough to go to the pit? To
No
do
idea.
what's okay.
The pit was introduced after I stopped playing. And then I haven't gotten a character and run through the pit. I am familiar with Diablo 3 far more than Diablo 4, because Diablo 4 just was not all that fun. The open world style of Diablo 4 does not fit with like the play style of these games, so it's kind of weird. But we're playing now, so we'll see. I'll update you once I get there.
Sounds good. Speaking of games and such, so I was at Walmart last weekend. Walked by the electronics section. Some guy was talking to his friend. He's like, "Yeah, I'm buying the new Call of Duty," and I looked over, and it's $90 Canadian for that bloody game. That is nuts in my brain. Where it's like I don't know what that's in US. It's probably like what 60, 70-ish.
I think 70.
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. I think at least. I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of Call of Duty games. I feel like it's been the exact same game for like the last 15 years. It's just a new one that shows up, maybe get a new skin or something like that. But I could be completely wrong about that game. I haven't touched one in a very, 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 very long time. But it just seems to be.
The consensus is it's getting worse every year as well.
I just feel like I don't know my very first Call of Duty I played was Call of Duty 3, and that was massively different than what you get nowadays from Call of Duty. So that one was it was class based. So it's like you could be a medic, you can be this, that, and there weren't any kill streak perks and all that stuff. So when like what was the first really big modern
Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, it's like when that came out. Yeah, it's like when you can start calling in stuff. I was like, I don't know. I got used to Call of Duty 3 where it was just literally, I think it was like 16 on 16. You get into a tank and you just blow people up, and you're like, yep, this is a good time. But then all the it took a little bit of adjusting for the what do you want to call it there? The kill streak stuff. But it just, I don't know. It just like, it seems like the games that they release nowadays are still based on that exact same template as that one. And it's not like, I guess, like, not deviating is not like a terrible thing, I guess. Like, I still love Counter-Strike, and that's basically the exact same game as it was when it was released in like 2000 or something like that. But I don't know, Call of Duty for me was just like, I don't know, it's just to me. But I'm clearly in the minority because it sells a shit ton of copies. Every year they release a new one. Or every 2 years or whatever it is.
Every year.
Every year, God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're still on the same release cycle. So you had COD 4, which was the first Infinite Warfare come out. Or not Infinite, sorry. Modern Warfare come out. And then we had World at War. Then we had Modern Warfare 2. And then you got Black Ops. And once we got Black Ops, they started going back and forth between Infinity Ward and Treyarch. And even though they were both Activision, right, Infinity Ward had like trademarks or some shit where they were the only ones who could do modern day war style games. So then Treyarch had to do the old school or the future, which is fucking stupid. It's the same goddamn company. And they were doing it yearly, but they were alternating. So Infinity Ward had 2 years to make a game, and then Treyarch had 2 years to make a game.
Gotcha.
And now I think they're kind of merged together, working on the same games, but they're still doing yearly releases, and it's just fucking awful every year.
Gotcha. Mono Warfare 2 coming for you. I think the thing that, the more I think about it, I think the thing that bugs me is perhaps not that it's not really changing or doesn't seem to change, but it's that you have to buy a new freaking game every single year to keep up with like what's the new hot game, and it's like you're just throwing money out the window basically. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's maybe I'm sure there's a lot of good features in there and stuff, but it's like, oh, you get zombies, or do they still? I'm sure they still do the zombie game format thing. So it's like, oh, you just get a new map. Wow, thanks. This is
The
worth
most popular
$90.
map is still Nuketown, which
Oh yeah, I know that one. Yep.
came out fucking probably the first Black Ops, I think. Something like that.
Wow.
And it was based on the popularity of fucking Shipment, which was Infinity Ward's small, fast-paced. And then Treyarch needed one.
Igler, I got the first 2 levels, so that's all the generators. They're all now connected, so we just need to put a source into it, and then those will fire. So I can work on the piping and belts for the next level, which is the refineries for the turbo fuel. If that works for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm working on getting power to this bad boy right here.
Are the conveyors going to go up the a separate side of the building, or where you have the pipes coming up the side of the building?
Everything's gonna come up these 2 chases, or 4 chases, because I put them on all 4 sides. What's there is just to market. It's gonna come out, I think.
Okay. What I'll do is like we could easily adjust these splitters for the input into it. So I'll just drop it down, and then that's gonna be fine to work with.
Right.
Imagine if this one area where I'm putting all the pipes, if it was like 2 meters lower, it would have been absolutely perfect. Dang.
Pretty sure the new Call of Duty is on Game Pass, which would would make it free because a lot of people already have Game Pass. However, the Xbox app on fucking PC is dog shit because they have EA access tied into it, and EA gives an error when you launch the fucking app and it freezes.
Oh.
So the Warzone is free. Black Ops. Okay, yeah. Black Ops 6 is included with Game Pass. And that's part of the benefit. Like, I could go play Black Ops 6 right now without having to buy it. I haven't had to buy a Call of Duty game in years.
Nice.
But I'm still not going to play them because they're dog shit.
Yeah. I agree. There we go. Got this. I think I got this figured out. think I actually have this figured out. It really is a Christmas miracle. I totally jinxed it. I was trying to get everything nice and compact in the center area here, and I think I made it work, but we'll find out once this actually gets going. How much more do we have to do before we have this up and running? I think we're getting pretty close.
Yeah, we are. No. Damn, put that in the spot.
There, I'm gonna put a sign on this one, just as a reminder of where the compacted coal is supposed to go in. I feel like I'll appreciate having this when we're starting to feed materials into these things.
Yeah, that's the next thing we need to do is bring over the conveyor for the compacted coal.
Yep.
But okay, so each row is going to have their own output. Each row of the compacted coal has its own output.
Oh, from the... Okay.
Uh-huh.
So we have to merge it all together?
No. Only one row has to come over here.
Oh, okay. What's the excess for?
The other two buildings.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I forgot about.
everything is broken into three.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see the through. Yep.
It's already split up, so all we got to do is take the conveyors.
Gotcha.